Hi everyone, it's Brian Bodner, and I wanted to talk to you about this month's theme, which is grace. And it reminds me of a story from a very long time ago. I was at a kirtan, and if you don't know what a kirtan is, it's just a bunch of chanting and singing, and it's a Hare Krishna kirtan. So it's like one mantra the entire time is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And sometimes at kirtans, it can be very melodic and very moving and sweet. But other times it can feel a little aggressive and it's like a lot of banging. And this particular experience was a whole bunch of banging and very loud and passionate and not necessarily melodic, but it sounded a little aggressive to my ears, which likes more of this soothing melody. And Radhanath Swami, who is this very profound spiritual teacher in the Hare Krishna tradition, was there. And my eyes were closed and I was listening to this banging. I was like, oh God, I have to get out of here. I can't stand this. This is terrible. There's like 200 people in a room that there should have been like 25 people in. And it was just hot and sweaty and gross. And I opened my eyes in anticipation of getting up and leaving. And all of a sudden I look over at Radhanath Swami and he's just standing there like this. And my heart in that moment just melted. And it's not that the experience that I was having was wrong, but it was an unwillingness to participate in a loving way in that moment because my judgment was cut through what was actually happening in the room, which was all devotional prayer. And we have an opportunity right now, especially more than any other time on the planet, where there's so much confusion and anger and stress that happens in our daily lives that we can just add to that by letting that be our default, because we're not just automatically receiving the love and beauty of the world, especially if you live in a big city and there's no nature or anything really fabulous to look at on a daily basis. Like we can barely see the stars in the sky, let alone the sunset usually in New York. But it's really our call to be that, and without judgment. So that it's not just when it's convenient. It's not just when you're sitting cozy in your house and you get a phone call from grandma who tells you that she loves you. It's like, oh, I feel so open and clear. But it's these moments where we're the most challenged. And it's not that we can't feel all of those difficult emotions that we have to deal with, but that our presence and the way that we present our love isn't conditional in terms of who do we think deserves it and who do we think doesn't deserve it, but that we're just a beacon for that loving kindness. And that's not always convenient. It's usually not convenient. And that doesn't mean that we sacrifice our boundaries. It doesn't mean that people get to take advantage of us or that we stand up for ourselves. But that overall, what we are emanating is a sense of grace and allowing everything to flow from that space. So that is the invitation for this month. And we will take part in a little meditation for this month that's just called Meditation for Peace. And it's a very beautiful and simple meditation with a beautiful mantra, which is Sat Narayan Vaheguru Hari Narayan Satanam. And Narayan is the aspect of the divine that relates to water and the free flow form of movement on this planet, and the grace and the beauty that can flow from us when we allow it to. And it has a little bit of a moving meditation here, but it's an opportunity to let go of the active judgmental part of your mind, which will always be there, and move into this deep state of grace as it flows through you. So we'll learn it kind of as we go, because that's usually how life works. So first, just bring your palms together in prayer, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and exhale fully. Just visualize yourself here. What does it mean to be in your own state of grace? This acting, active, loving kindness that you don't have to do anything, but you can just be that. And then every action that comes from that is connected to it, relates back to it. And tuning in Om Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. Deep breath in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath, stretch the spine, and soften internally as you keep the breath held. Feel this fullness and softness. And exhale. And your hands start in Gyan Mudra, index finger and thumb tips together on your knees. And the first movement here is Sat as your hands come towards your shoulders. So it's Sat, Narayan, Wahe Guru, and then start to slowly bring your hands up as if you were just lifting up a prayer or an offering. Hari, Narayan, Satnam as your index finger and thumb tips come together, and as you start to extend that forward, Sat, Narayan, Wahe Guru as they come back together in prayer, and then turn your fingers down as you roll your hands back into a prayer. Hari, Narayan, Satnam. And then making this lotus mudra as your arms rise up, Sat, Narayan, Wahe Guru. And then index finger and thumb tip come together in Gyan Mudra, Hari, Narayan, Satnam as they circle over your head. And then cross your hands, Sat, Narayan, Wahe Guru. And then palms come together, Hari, Narayan, Satnam. So just keeping your eyes open, if you just follow me for a second here. And just enjoy this process. Bringing your fingers into Gyan Mudra, the backs of the wrists on the knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Sat Narayan Wahe Guru, Hari Narayan Satnam. 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 Sat Narayan Wahe Guru, Hari Narayan Satnam, Satnarayan Vaheguru, Hari Narayan Satnam. Inhale. Exhale. Just bring your palms back together at your hearts. And breathe into that space. Feel yourself naturally, effortlessly extending this loving kindness. And see someone in front of you that's very easy to love. Just feel that loving presence extending out to them. And feel yourself receiving that same loving kindness. And see someone in front of you who's a little challenging to relate to. Maybe gets under your skin a little bit. And see if you can feel that same loving kindness extending to them. It doesn't mean they're right or perfect or without fault. And most importantly, see if you can just visualize receiving that same love back without judging it, knowing that it's there. Just visualize yourself connecting to every soul on this planet in that same way. That you could somehow approach every single interaction you have from this space. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. Deep breath in. Exhale. And the sound of a long sat, short now. Sat Nam.